Hey, this is Sam Black with my third match with Token Burn and Standard. I have a hand that's a little clunky to come out, but theoretically has a good curve and solid mana. I'm going to try keeping it. And this is a spot where I'm going to lead with Evolving Wilds to try to get Cinderglade on. Drawing a land that can be untapped on turn 2 also helps. So I guess Evolving Wilds can get white, and then Bloodstained Mire can get red. And then Cinderglade will get me green, and Nomad Outpost or Evolving Wilds get black. I guess the alternative would be getting red and then black and then a tapped white on 3. I think it's better to get white and then red. Noticing this deck is very good at filling its graveyard. I think there's a good chance it wants at least one delve spell, like a Tasigur or a Murderous Cut or Become Immense, or multiples of those. Now to decide if I want to play an untapped land and secure for 2, or a tapped land and then play the secure in the late game. I think it's better to play the secure in the late game and just take a turn off here playing a tapped land. So Outpost Siege makes me think my opponent is well set up to grind, and that means having spot removal, which means that it's better to play 4/1/1s than 1/4/5, and drawing a Tarka's Command makes that particularly true. So I'm going to Unified Front here. That was Crux of Fate. So now I'm just going to play Tap Land Siege right now. That's Kolaghan Storm's Fury, which is, I would be perfectly happy with my opponent using mana on that this turn, whether dashing or casting. So now if I want, I can Atarka's Command just to keep my Siege Rhino around, and deal 4 damage, which sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Oh, they were. That was to kill the Culligan, not to save my Siege Rhino. They were bouncing otherwise. Anyway, still fine. I'm gonna pass, and I'll figure out how I want to secure the wastes later. Another Culligan. Crackling Doom takes care of Siege Rhino. Looks like the Culligan's just going to stay in exile. Thunderbreak comes down. So I think it's better to just secure for a lot at the end of the next turn. I think that gives me a more reliable clock. Or I could just draw that. Red, 1. Exquisite Firecraft. Red, 1. And there's the 8-burn. Okay, so secure the waste seems good. These removal spells don't seem very good. And this is another spot where all the removal makes me not all that excited about Siege Rhino. I think I'd rather just have little attackers. What else is not great? I think I should hedge a little bit away from the token stuff in case there's... Actually, I should go further away from token stuff in case there's Virulent Plague, which is a very reasonable sideboard card for my opponent to have. I think Secure the Waste is better in this matchup than Hordeling Outburst, but I'm not totally sure about that. I guess this is fine. Not excited about Wild Slash, but my opponent mulliganed, so a hand that functions a little more appealing than it might otherwise be. That's kind of annoying. I guess I'll take green because I have a lot of Nomad outposts. Despite the fact that I've already found my forest, I'm using Bloodstained Mire to get the mountain just because I have 2 Bloodstained Mires. And I might want to get green-white Canopy Vista with this. Not that I really think it matters. I think using Exquisite Firecraft on this is terrible, but might also be right. I don't think I want to spend a token and a Wild Slash on it, so I do want to be attacking, so that's just what's going to happen. And it looks like it's going to matter that this wooded foothills can get Canopy Vista. This is not great. I don't really think I'm going to win this game, but we'll see. That Crackling Doom will take care of my siege right now, and then I will not have much going on. That's not a bad draw. Lets me at least create a board presence. Plus, if I just draw a Tarkus command and my opponent doesn't have some sort of instant speed sweeper or preemptive answer like Virulent Plague, I might just win on my turn. That's a little annoying. But a Tarkus command is still lethal. That's not good. Could use 2 Wild Slashes on this thing, but I don't think going to 4 to kill it is a winning line. Treasure Cruise. Alright. Don't see myself winning this game. This was a pretty good draw. So if my opponent does 1 damage to themselves with some of these lands, and then I draw an Exquisite Firecraft, I win. So that's something. I should have looked. Yep, that doesn't get anything. Alright, that's too bad. Just did a damage to myself for no reason. Alright, well, my opponent is officially into exquisite firecraft range, unless my opponent can gain life. And my opponent doesn't just do 9 damage to me here. Discard a card and 2 damage to this. Alright, well, we'll save the Swift Spear. And then we'll cast this rather than discarding it. So now if one of these things gives colored mana, then Siege Rhino or a Tarkus Command are also lethal. So I have a lot of outs, but that's not one of them. I'll just hold it and pass. So I assume I'm dead to Jace flipping. Yeah, this is flip Jace, wild slash me, attack with Thunderbreak Regent, or anything along those lines. So my opponent did end up having Jace for wild slash, but wild slash felt really bad other than that. There's only Arashan Cleric for self-inflicted wound. I could Silk Wrap over Wild Slash because it gets Cleric, but and it's better against Jace because my opponent has Kolaghan's Command, but not that much better. Definitely don't like these. Kind of think I just want more pressure, but this is really bad against Arashan Cleric. So I guess I'll put a Silk Wrap in my deck. Alright. This hand is fine. Maybe I was supposed to get something that contributes to Crackling Doom there and get the forest with the other one. Or the green mana source. Yeah, getting forest was not good, because now this has to get red, which means it's getting red-green, which means I have way more green than I need. It should be plains and red-green. Should be much better for casting Crackling Doom. And that I could cast it rather than not being able to. So here's a Thunderbreak, which I will Firecraft. Now my hand seems really good. I get to Crackling Doom this one. And this seems pretty impossible for my opponent to get out of. Is this a Murderous Cut on a Goblin? No, Tassiger. Tassiger's a fine thing to Crackling Doom. My opponent has only one card in hand. I'm going to hold Windswept Heath in case my opponent has and draws Kolaghan's Command for Kill Goblin, discard. If I play Windswept Heath, I would then have nothing, whereas if I don't, I win the game. And that is the match. That game certainly made that feel pretty good. It seems like tokens and burn is pretty good against, and good removal is good against removal and big creatures that's trying to go long and then just slowly loses too much life. This feels like a really good matchup.